Well, welcome to the best channel, if not the only channel, that's created for the sole purpose of you passing the notary exam on the first try. If this is your first time here, you're in for a treat, and I'm excited about this video because, I passed on the first try. If you follow my lead, you will too. And I know the topic that I'm helping you with today, it's on the exam. One way or another, it's on the exam. And so here's how I'm going to deliver for you today. One, I'm going to tell you the definition. Two, I'm going to give you 20 questions for you to play over and over again so it sinks into your mind regarding the bond, which is the topic of the day. What is a bond? So that when you hear it on the test, when you see it on the test, that is, you will pass on the first try, okay? And shouts out to the ladies. There are more ladies than anyone from what I see from the stats trying to pass this notary exam, trying to bring extra cash into the household. But without any more delay, let's get started on a bond. What is a bond? And 20 questions about a bond. I have my notes here. Let's go. All right. First, what is a bond? A bond is a type of insurance. Remember that. A bond is insurance that protects the public against financial loss caused by the notary's mistakes. Caused by your mistakes. Hopefully you make any mistakes, but it is insurance for the public from a loss caused by a mistake from the notary, or misconduct from the notary, or negligence while performing your notarial acts. Okay? That is what a bond is. All right. Is a bond required in all states? Is a notary bond required in all states? Pretty much yes. Most states require notary public to obtain a bond before they can perform their duties. So just remember, whatever state you're in, most likely you will need a bond. Who benefits from the notary bond? The public. Is to protect the public, okay? The public benefits from the notary bond as it helps protect people and entities that may suffer a financial loss due to the notary's errors or omissions. So again, understanding the concept of a bond. If you make a mistake, you have a bond in place to protect your clients, to protect the client, that is. Okay. How much is the typical amount of a notary bond? Not how much will it cost you, but how much is the bond amount? All right. The amount varies, but it generally ranges from $1,000 to $15,000. Like I know in California, you have to have a $15,000 bond to be a notary. Okay. So check how much it is in your state. In California, it's $15,000. You must have a $15,000 bond in California. Does the notary bond cover the notary's personal losses? That's a good question. Does that bond cover your personal losses? The answer is no. It does not cover you or your personal losses at all. And here's the official answer. No, the notary bond does not cover the notary's personal financial losses. It only covers the damages caused by the notary due to the notary's errors or misconduct. All right. What is the main purpose of a notary bond? The main purpose of a notary bond is to provide financial protection for the public. Notice the pattern? Bond, financial protection for the public in case of what? A mistake by the notary, fraudulent actions by a notary, misconduct by a notary, errors by a notary. That's it. Keep going. More practice questions. You play these over and over again, you're going to pass on the first try. Also, just so you know, I'm including in the links, hopefully I did it. If you're ready to start your notary business, if you're ready to start shopping for equipment, especially now during this Black Friday time, I put the links in there so you can go right to the equipment that you need. Anyway, how does a notary bond work? If a notary's actions result in a financial loss or damage to someone, that person can file a claim against the bond. If the claim is valid, the bond provider may pay the claim, and the notary will be responsible for reimbursing the bond provider. So if the victim files a claim, the bond provider pays the victim, and then the bond provider is going to hold you, the notary, possibly financially responsible. Possibly, but possibly not. What is the difference between a notary bond and notary insurance? Notary bond and notary insurance. A notary bond protects the public, right? While notary insurance, which is E&O insurance or errors and omission insurance, protects the notary from liability for errors made during their duties. All right. So notary insurance is errors and omission. It protects the notary. Notary bond protects who? The public, the client. Again. Number 9, is a notary bond the same as a professional liability insurance? The answer is no. It is not the same as professional liability insurance. We just went over that. How long is a notary bond valid? Well, most states 4 years. You have to check for your state. How long is it valid? Most states 4 years. Can a notary perform duties without a bond? Answer is no. You cannot perform duties without your bond. You cannot perform duties without your bond. You perform duties without your bond. If you do, you are operating illegally. Who provides the notary bond? The notary bond is usually issued by an insurance company or surety company that is authorized to do such things. Okay? Got that? Insurance company provides that. What happens if the notary bond is not renewed? Uh-oh. If it's not renewed by the expiration date, then the notary can't perform their notary business, the notary acts, until the bond is renewed. So if they ask you on the test, can you perform notarial acts if your bond is expired, and they give you multiple choices, make sure you pick the best answers that says you can't do your job until it's renewed. How do you renew your bond? That's a good question. To renew the bond, the notary must apply to the bonding company, pay the renewal fee, and have the bond reissued for the next time period, the next term. Okay? Can a notary use the bond to cover personal legal fees? No, the bond does not cover personal legal fees. What type of claims can be made against the notary bond? Claims like the notary made an error, the notary omitted important information, the notary engaged in fraud, the notary engaged in fraudulent activities that cause financial harm to the client, all that. What happens if the notary bond claim is paid out? Okay? If a claim is actually paid out, then the claim is paid out, the notary may be responsible for reimbursing the bonding company. I hope that doesn't happen, but they may. And they may face disciplinary action too, depending on what the problem was. Can a notary bond be transferred from one person to another person? One person to another person. Can a notary bond be transferred? No. Notary bond cannot be transferred from one person to another. Each notary must have their own bond, okay? Each notary must have their own bond. Can a notary bond be canceled or revoked? Of course. Yes, a notary bond can be canceled or revoked by the bonding company if the notary does a violation of some type. And now number 20. What should a notary do if their bond expires? I had a friend whose bond expired. I had a friend whose notary license expired, and she had to take the test all over again and actually failed because the test gets harder and harder and harder, okay? So make sure you're repeating this loop again and again so you pass. But the question, what should a notary do if the bond expires? If the bond expires, they have to obtain a new bond before they can legally do their business. That's it. They have to do it, renew it before they can legally do their business. As I said, shout out to the ladies who are starting to make extra money, who are going to pass this test on the first try. I have faith in you. I'm putting the word into existence that you will pass on the first try. Play this video over and over so it sinks in. And leave a comment. Let me know. Was I helpful? Please. Shout out to the people who've already told me that they passed on the first try. I really appreciate you letting me know. It motivates me. It keeps me going. See you on the next one. Peace.